Do what? I think we lost, Mina told her companion. They could hear the torrential rain and thunder outside, the same storm that knocked out the power in the entire celestial tower and the surrounding area. All Mina wants to do is to at least find the front door so she can leave as soon as it clears up. She scolded herself for not bringing another source of light with her into the tower. There's nothing we can do but wait until the morning, Mina mentioned, sitting down and leaning against what Mina hoped was the wall. Let's try and get some sleep. Do, Badua answered, sitting down beside her. After numerous unsuccessful attempts to get some sleep, Mina just sat where she was, idly petting her sleeping Duot and checking the time on her transceiver every few minutes. That's when she noticed a purple flame nearby, like the flame of a candle, and it seemed to be moving towards her. Mina was instantly alert, her hand instinctively going to the Pokeballs attached to her waist. She didn't throw one, she wanted to be sure that whatever it was had hostile intentions before attacking. As it came to where she was, she could see in its purple light that it was indeed a living candle. Litwick, it said, its eyes looking over Mina and Duot. Mina noticed, as it came close, that this Pokemon was a light source. Though not as bright as a light bulb, it was enough to lead them out, but only if it was willing. Hello, Mina said, as kindly as possible. We got kind of lost in the darkness. Do you think you could help us by leading us to the door? Litwig, it answered, nodding. Mina woke up Duot, who was initially suspicious of the candle Pokemon, and was ready to attack. But after Mina told him that Litwick agreed to lead them out, he calmed down and allowed the candle to lead the way. Initially, Litwick used its light to make sure that they took the right path and didn't trip, as well as leading them through the maze of gravestones to the stairs. But as they went, they became harder and harder until both Mina and Duot were breathing heavily. After a bit more, Duot suddenly fainted. Litwick, come over here. I need your light to check on Duot, she called to the Litwick. It turned and came back, and Mina was able to see that he didn't just faint. It was more like his energy was sapped. Duot, can you hear me? Mina called, shaking him. Duot managed to weakly open his eyes halfway, and Mina breathed a sigh of relief, thinking that he would be okay. But he shook his head and said, Do. He closed his eyes again, and his body took more difficult breaths and lay still. Tears came to Mina's eyes as she realized that Duot, the beloved Pokemon that she had since Juniper gave it to her as a present, was dead. She picked up his body, intending to give him a proper burial before morning. After another floor, Mina fell to her knees. She struggled to stand, but it was as if her energy had left her and she didn't have enough to even get her to her feet. She looked at the Litwicks she was following, which now had a sinister smile on its face. Mina gasped as she suddenly realized that the Litwick had been sapping her energy and was the reason Duot was dead. She brought her hand to her belt, intending to use one of her other Pokemon, but Litwick jumped forward with surprising speed and knocked her on her back, scattering her Pokeballs everywhere. It sat on her chest, and the sinister yellow eyes would be the last thing she would see as her remaining energy was sapped. Litwick stepped away from the now dead human. As it walked off, it stopped and looked back at her. It kind of liked her, and it was sorry it killed her, but it needed to eat as well, and the human was the closest thing around. It was full now, but there will be others that will get lost, and it will be there to feed again. Litwick. While shining a light and pretending to be a guide, it leeches off the life force of any who follow it.